Hey, Scorpio. All right, so we're going to do your tarot reading. See what energies are around you, what might be coming towards you, feeling. Just kind of tap into you a little bit. I hope you're feeling well today, Scorpio. Straight out the gate, Eight of Cups. Feeling like you guys are turning your back on a lot of stuff that was like on you really emotionally heavy. But I feel like sometimes, Scorpio, you can't allow everything to affect you so heavy emotionally. Some stuff you got to compartmentalize. Only use your emotions where emotions are involved. Like, don't give so much of your emotional power away to situations. You got the Six of Cups in reverse at the bottom of your deck. So you could be leaving something from the past as well. And the sentimentality of it and the nostalgia of what you have to leave behind is really hurting you. And I feel like you're leaving because you know it's for the best. You know that you need to walk away from this situation. You got the Sun card that came out in reverse. So yeah, I just don't feel like some of you are happy right now. I know you're not happy about having to let go of this situation because you guys don't really take separations too well. You kind of really carry it. And this could put like a dark cloud over you. But you have to be strong, Scorpio. Some people come into your life for a season and for a reason. And then after that, you have to let it go. You got the Three of Pentacles. So I feel like you may have been feeling like you didn't get the recognition that you wanted in the relationship. But I feel like now that you're choosing to walk away from this, you're going to come out of that mental imprisonment that has had you feeling that way. And you're going to be able to see that you do have people around you that support you and acknowledge you for what you bring to the table. Because you could be feeling really misunderstood. Like, how could somebody treat me this way when I was like super loyal and always there for them? You got the Two of Swords. So it's like you got to take the blindfold off so that you can see that just some situations have to end sometimes. And it has nothing to do with you right now. But sometimes it does. You have to be able to communicate. Peace, Queen Goddess. You have to be able to like learn what to put your emotions in because sometimes you can make the problem bigger than what it seems by your reaction. You know, you have to choose what gets that emotion. And I feel like that's also what this Two of Swords is telling you. It's like know when to use logic and when to use emotion. You got the Ace of Wands. So walking away from whatever you left behind is going to make room for a passionate new beginning in your life. But I don't want you to turn to sexual encounters with anybody to fill a void for you right now. Even if you are hurting and you need that like excitement or just to feel alive again or feel wanted and feel desired, don't turn to like love them and leave them type energy. You know, because this Ace of Wands could represent that. Like, don't allow this heartbreak make you be over sexualized by anyone or even by yourself. You have the Queen of Swords in reverse. So you could have been there could have been a lot of harsh words that were said back and forth between you and this person before you had to walk away. And they could have said some mean things. You could have said some mean things. And, it's like with the Eight of Swords, like you got to leave that behind. Just come out of that space and realize that your thoughts are extremely powerful. And they are sometimes the things that can make you or break you. So really just come out of that space, Don't think about those words anymore. Don't even say that. Don't even text nobody nothing spiteful. Don't even entertain that spiteful thought that you could be getting just because you're feeling hurt. Because in the end, with this sun card, I feel like that's you're gonna only be hurting yourself. Like your best revenge is to just walk away and release yourself from this imprisonment. It's not, it's not coincidental that the Eight of Wands and the Eight of Swords are like, I mean, Eight of Cups and the Eight of Swords are like right next to each other. And the fact that I said the Eight of Wands is like you might be feeling like you want to go back and say something else, like, oh, and another thing, like on your way out the door. Oh, and another thing, bitch, or whatever, like don't do that. Just let things stay where they are. If you said what you had to say already with this Queen of Swords in reverse, you've already said enough. Now it's time to come up out of your head. If you're having any thoughts of frustration or getting back at this person or anything, just replaying the words and the stuff over and over again. You gotta let it go. Because you got the Four of Wands at the bottom of your deck. So you need to be focusing on your stability and your peace of mind and your home life and just having things in order. Yeah, you got the King of Cups in reverse. This is your energy, Scorpio. So it's like you could just be feeling like very emotionally irrational, like just angry. Your emotions could be like spilling over. And don't let that trip you up and then you miss out on some valuable opportunities in your life. Don't let this anger from this situation overtake everything about you and then you miss out on stuff that you could have attracted to you with better energy. So really take a step back and realize, your accountability in this situation, the person's actions, acknowledge it, but release it. Because you don't want this clouding up your energy or your auric field. And then valuable things that are supposed to be coming towards you, you miss out on them because you're so angry or you're like soaking or, like brooding in this situation because it really hurt your feelings. You got the Seven of Wands in reverse. So it could be time to come out of that combative energy and let your guard down a little bit. And like you need to let your guard down with yourself. You need to be able to feel vulnerable with yourself and not be angry about it. Right now, it's not about anybody else but you. You have the Eight of Pentacles at the bottom of your deck, so it's just time to do that shadow work, Scorpio. It's time to do that soul work. And that shadow work is hard because we have to look at spaces in ourselves where we could be standing in our own way. And regardless of what your sign is, sometimes nobody wants to look and see where they're standing in their own way or where their actions could have been just a little shifty as well. So it's like I feel like it's time for you to like go within and do that shadow work. Got the King of Pentacles in reverse, and I feel like until you do that shadow work, you're gonna be feeling unbalanced, just unstable, and you gotta get grounded, Scorpio, because your emotions. You're a water sign already, so your emotions are heavy. You, Cancer and Pisces, you guys feel emotions heavy as fuck. Like, so it's like you gotta ground yourself. You don't want, because you got the King of Cups in reverse and the King of Pentacles in reverse. So you just like feel really unbalanced, ungrounded, and you gotta like stabilize yourself. You have to, because you don't want this to start messing with your money. Queen of Wands is coming out. It's time for you to like. It's time to get back into your power. Seeing the good about yourself, being confident. Get your confidence back, because whatever this could have shook your confidence as well. This separation, because maybe this separation, it took something from you that was stable, and now that this separation happened, you're just feeling a little unstable now. You do the shadow work by like going into solitude, self-talking, writing down the things that you need to change sometimes, and it's really just detoxing yourself from negative energy that maybe just inside of you from past events, childhood trauma, adulthood trauma, like whatever. But you got to really just start looking within. And I can't tell anyone how to exactly perform shadow work because we all have our own shadows. But I like to be in solitude so that I can figure out what's going on with me. Because at some point you realize it can't just all be external. Everything that's falling apart and going on around you, it can't always just be external. It can't always be the other person. So a huge part of shadow work is just taking accountability in places where you could have been wrong, even if it's small things. That's one way you can um, start with shadow work. Got the Two of Pentacles and the Ace of Pentacles. So like I feel like on the financial front, you're gonna get some relief and you won't be juggling money anymore. Like some good things are gonna start happening, but I really feel like it's gonna be after you get yourself focused. Yeah, because you got the Knight of Pentacles and reverse. So it's like you're gonna be in this space where you're gonna be standing still, and I feel like or sitting still or whatever, just not being too busy so that you can really get a plan together, that's going to help you with finances, the shadow work, and everything. Many blessings to you too, Latoya Dawson. Hey, love. So, things are at a standstill right now because you're trying to figure everything out and get your balance. But I do feel like you're going to get your balance and things are going to get better. You're going to feel rejuvenated. Money is going to start to flow in better. You're going to get some blessings. But you really have to ground yourself. You come out in your own reading in the upright position. So this is time for you to transition into something different in your life. I feel like a new way of thinking, a new way of communicating your emotions, you know, and a new way of self talk. Don't always see every situation as an attack on you. It's just time for you to change. You're growing, and it's time for you to leave some things behind. And it's going to seem painful, but I feel like you're going to be walking into a newness, something way better for you. You know what I mean? The tower is at the bottom of the deck. So yeah, this has been a huge change for you guys. Like maybe your whole life feels like it was shaken up. Just a lot of things had to fall away from you so that you can rebuild life and your relationships and your relationship with yourself on a stronger foundation. So don't see these losses or what you have to walk away from as like punishment. See it as it's time for you to just rely on yourself and just move forward. You got the Four of Swords in reverse. So, it's time to come out of your head and just actually put things into action. I feel like you've really been thinking a lot, replaying those things in your head. You have the Moon card. So I feel like it was a lot of stuff that came out, a lot of things that came out into the open, a lot of secrets, a lot of hidden feelings. I feel like you were surprised to realize that people felt a certain way about you and vice versa. It was just a lot of like heavy shit that came to the surface. And this whole process of walking away from something. The Ten of Pentacles in reverse lets me know that this could have even been like a family structure that was even shaken up by this separation, or just a financial situation that had got cut short, because of the falling out or the walking away as well. The World card in reverse. And I feel like when all this stuff came crashing down around you, it was like you felt like your whole world was turned upside down. Like you just felt like you lost so much and that you lost reasons to be happy. But there was a cycle that needed to end anyway. It was a very unhealthy cycle. It was very toxic, almost codependent. So it had to end. But you have the Nine of Cups coming out. And you have the Ace of Pentacles. So it's like you walking away and having to separate from someone is what's going to bring you your blessings. It's what's going to bring you the things that you desire most. And you really just need some peace of mind right now. Get out of your head. Like, because it's like you're in your head and your heart. And it's like, it's giving you all this, like, rage or hot feelings. Like, I just feel like you just feel really heated. You know what I mean? And it's like, you got to stop because you're not going to be able to see your blessings if your eyes are filled with like revenge and angry and stuff. Like, you're not gonna be able to see your blessings that the universe is like literally trying to hand you. If you keep staying in your head about what somebody did and what they said and oh how angry it makes you or oh whatever. All right. Got the 10 of Wands. So this was a very toxic situation. It was very burdensome. So like it's really just it's good that this is over because this was exhausting. I feel like it was exhausting on your end and on the other person's end too, because there could have been a lot of like arguing and just heavy vibes going back and forth. The Page of Wands in reverse, there was some gossiping and some slander going on. Just people like telling everybody's business. It was some mess somewhere involved in some of this. There was definitely some back chatting and they said this and this and this and that and all of that. And that just became too heavy for people to bear, you know. Knight of Wands comes up in reverse. So some of you are choosing to leave a person who's just in and out of your life all the time. Like they just came and went. Like come in like, oh, I'm all passionate, I love you, whatever. Sex happens, and then boom, they out the door, and then you left feeling like, what the hell? Like 3 days later, you like, well, wait, this person haven't even hit me up, nothing. And then 3 months later, then you like, what the heck? And then maybe like on the fifth or sixth month, here this person come dragging their ass in, like, uh, hey, what's up? To start the cycle over again. So this had to be released. Oh, I'm glad it's resonating with you, Queen Goddess. Thank you. Yeah, your rising sign sometimes can resonate with you as well as your sun and your moon. And sometimes your Venus too. Seven of Swords comes out. So like this person was very sneaky. This Knight of Wands person, like this person was very sneaky. And I feel like you allowed this person to come in and out too much and to the point where it just got exhausting. And either you are sneaking away or this person is sneaking away from you. But definitely somebody is sneaking away. They're going to take like whatever they can, fit in their car or in their bag, and they are out because they're tired of this inconsistent energy. They're tired of being in this cycle. So somebody is definitely walking away. Let me see. Let me get the Kipper deck and see like what this person is thinking or what you're thinking. We'll just see what comes out, guys. Thank you, Monica Adams. I appreciate that. Thanks for tuning in. I think Latoya Dawson follows me on Instagram. I think she does. Okay. Yeah, we got the family room and we got courthouse at the bottom. So somebody could even be trying to like get a divorce. They probably want a divorce and they probably want to see what's all in like the house that belongs to them that they could take with them. And somebody is even willing to like go to court to get a separation or get what they feel like they're owed, because somebody feel like they owe money, energy, and time. Somebody feels like they put in a lot of energy and put in a lot of stuff, But you got the false person at the bottom of your deck. So somebody in this equation wasn't being who they really are. Somebody was just like pretending to be into this whole thing for a little while, and then I just feel like they couldn't pretend no more. And so they're choosing to walk away. Like they couldn't pretend like all this stuff was okay. That's why you had to walk away in the beginning, because the mask fell off. Got to see what was really going on beneath the surface. That's what that moon card was telling me. And as I say that, we get message of concern coming out. So yeah, like I said, somebody found out something. Somebody found out something, and they was just like, oh my God, I'm out. Because the way this lady looks like when she reading the message, she got her little hand on her heart, clutching her pearls, like, well, I never. You know what I mean? So it's like somebody chose like to dip after this. They found something out that was just like devastating or something. Somebody was lying the whole time. Something was going on. Had that Queen of Wands that came up. Somebody could have even been like dabbling in black magic and stuff, you know, just magic, period. I think somebody gonna find out something if this hasn't already occurred. That's gonna make them like be like, yo, I gotta get out of here. Like something's not healthy or happy. Something's very toxic, and somebody has to walk away from it. Main male comes out. So it's something about this dude in the picture that's gonna like be the main factor to why somebody got to walk away from something. Somebody gonna find out something. We got the courtship card coming out, so maybe this person was cheating with somebody else, and then you found out, because that's the reason this person is always so flighty in and out, because they doing something else. So this is why you have to walk away. Message of concern could be a text, an email, a DM, whatever, or just an intuitive message. Because you know, Scorpios, you guys are very intuitive. So you know them. You could have got the message anyway, but you know what's up now. We got lovers. So this person could be sneaking away to go to another lover, or you could just be walking away from this situation because there's another lover. But it's like even still, you got the Ace of Pentacles and the Nine of Cups. You're gonna be solid, but you're gonna have to be by yourself for a minute. And as I say that, the mature woman comes out. So you definitely gonna have to be by yourself for a little while. But you know what's funny? This card came up in Leo's reading too, as well as the Queen of Wands. So there might be some magic going on around you. Maybe you doing magic, Scorpio, or maybe you go to somebody, or vice versa, your partner or somebody. But there's definitely some magic going on. This lady always looks suspicious to me, this mature lady. But on the opposite side of that, though, it's just like it's time for you to stand on your own. No crutches, no emotional crutches. Like these situations have matured you emotionally, so now you really gonna be standing on your own 2 feet. Like you're not gonna look to nobody to be that emotional support, because you're gonna realize that it has to come from you. So we got the adjudication. So you had the courthouse earlier. So some of you might need to get a divorce, or you're going to be getting a divorce. Some of you might be going to court to get custody of the kids, or just to get for, alimony or whatever. But you do have this Ace of Pentacles. So I feel like finances are going to be in your favor. You got despair coming up in reverse. I feel like you need to come out of this feeling of despair, like you just lost everything. You only lost a person. You didn't lose yourself. So you don't need to be feeling like in despair and all that. Like you need to realize you still have yourself, you still have your health, and finances are gonna be fine. Don't let losing somebody make you feel like you done lost your whole life, because the creator and the universe didn't bring you here just to only be attached to somebody. So you need to come out of this feeling of despair, like you can't pull yourself up because you have other things to be concerned about than that, and it's gonna hurt, but that's part of the shadow work. Being spiritual is not always rainbows and butterflies. Sometimes you gotta toughen up and you gotta be strong, You can't just be stuck in your emotions about everything. You gotta be strong. And this is a time where spirit is trying to make you strong, trying to mature you so that you know that you don't need nobody else to feel whole. You can be whole on your own, and you are whole on your own. You're going to be just fine, Scorpio. All right, let's see. You got the Empress coming out. And this rules your opposite sign, which is Taurus, which is all about like beauty and growth. This is like you need to be compassionate with yourself. It's time to start doing more self-care, really taking care of your heart, because you want to be fertile. You want to be able to grow. You don't want to be allow this situation to keep you stuck and stagnant. So this Empress card is definitely telling me it's time for you to grow. The glare is so bad in here. Yeah, it's definitely time for you guys to just grow and flourish and allow beautiful things to come to you. You don't have to chase anything. All you have to do is attract. The Page of Swords comes out. No stalking, Scorpio. No looking at their page to see what they're doing. No, none of that. That's not a part of the healing process. So focus on your healing. Focus on your growth. Don't go lurking this person, creating different accounts to see what they saying on their page, if they subbing you and all this stuff. Don't do it. Just chill. It's time for you to grow away from this. Queen of Wands at the bottom of the deck is there. Don't do no love spells either to get this person back. Now, if you're going to do some retribution work because they physically harmed you and stuff, I can understand that. But don't do no love spells to get this person back or to make you be on this person's mind or so they can't be with nobody else and none of that stuff. Just let it go. Just let it go. Yeah, because you got the Wheel of Fortune. Like, what Spirit is trying to tell you is that aside from these emotional things that's going on in your life is pretty good. So it's like you got to see this fortune that's already in your life and don't tie it to one person. That's how you lose your whole life, is by tying your happiness to one person. That is so unhealthy and it's so discouraging to your own spirit, because then you start feeling like you can't have a good day unless this person texts you or unless this person talks to you or you know what this person is up to. Then it becomes obsessive because everything is about this person and y'all not together no more, regardless of the reasons why. It's just time for you to grow on your own. You have so much abundance that's trying to come towards you. You don't want to block it out with negative vibes about another person. So just like, don't watch this person no more. Who cares if they watching you? Just move forward. Got the Justice card. So it's all about balance at this time, like I said in the beginning, balancing your emotions and balancing that logic so that you don't make rash decisions. You don't react to things irrationally and then have to feel bad or guilty or regretful afterwards. So it's like really just find that balance so that you could be on the upswing of karma with this Wheel of Fortune, like so things could get better in your life. And they are. They're about to. But you just gotta make that conscious decision to relax and just stay in a healthy space, All right, let's get you guys some energy oracle cards. You're welcome, Monica. The first card you got was patience in reverse. All right, this card says peaceful presence, letting go of desperation. Reversed, peaceful redirection is the message. When this card is reversed, open up to the options available to you, even if they aren't yet totally clear. The universe supports you when you allow its influence to help direct your outcomes, and when you open your imagination to all the potential solutions around you. The key is to keep moving forward without frantic need or urgency. Don't give up on your goal. Initiation and renewed action are needed now. So keep an eye to new and unexpected opportunities around you. You may be surprised by where they lead. Affirmation: I pursue my goals with open receptivity. I am patient and flexible, willing to receive in many surprising and imaginative ways. So, like I told you guys earlier, like, don't be hasty. And this exactly says that. It says, where is it? It says the key is to keep moving forward without frantic need or urgency. So don't allow your emotions to make you feel frantic, like you gotta hurry up and get to some type of conclusion or result or whatever. Like just keep, going forward for your own goals. Like I said, because aside from all of this, you can still accomplish so much in your life that is only for you. And that Ace of Pentacles and the Nine of Cups are your personal blessings, the things that you want personally. That has nothing to do with anyone else. Who was that? Son in there? Thank you, Son. I didn't even see what was going on. I didn't even know he was in here. Okay. Um, yeah. Okay, so your next card is Angel of Strength. And I was thinking earlier when I was telling you guys, like just be strong. It's gonna hurt. Doing that shadow work hurts. But yeah, you gotta stick in there. Okay, Angel of Strength, personal power and inner strength. This amazing angel brings the news that it is a time of increasing power for you. It is not the time to be passive or submissive, but to speak your truth and take action on your own behalf. You are capable of taking greater control and directing your own destiny, for the power that comes from within reaches out to the universe. Inner strength and unlimited resourcefulness flow through you at this time, helping you to create real results. Call upon this wonderful angel on your own inner resourcefulness to bring you the focus and resolve to do what's necessary in order to make your dreams a reality. This card reverse indicates that, I'm going to read the affirmation. Affirmation: deep within me is an abiding strength that knows no bounds. I have all the power I need to achieve all that I want. So yeah, remember I was just telling you guys that you can achieve whatever you want right now. Don't let this isolated situation take your power from you and drain you, and then you be using your power to get back at somebody, or to express how hurt you are, when you could be using that power to put towards your goals and the things you want to accomplish. So let's get, and then we'll be done, Scorpio. You're welcome, Jen Arnado. I think. Oh, okay. Well, two came out, so I'm gonna read them. Okay, so the first one says, rest and relaxation is essential. This card is so pretty. It sucks. Next week, I'm going to be able to have better lighting for you guys so you can see everything, the images, because I love these cards. Okay, it says, we all have a fundamental need to take breaks. We are at our best when we balance all aspects of our lives. Love yourself and the people in your life enough to create an environment that allows everyone the opportunity to take care of their needs. When we are rested, we are at our best and able to fully appreciate all that life has to offer. So yeah, like I was telling you, come out of your head, give your mind a break. Just see the good around you. Now is really a time to, instead of wallowing in the sadness and pain, pour that into self-love activities, spa days, doing nice things for yourself, relaxing more, soaking in the tub, eating your favorite foods, doing something happy, like not, don't like pain eat or nothing. I'm not saying like go crazy, but like take yourself out. Do things for yourself that are going to make you feel better. And then the people around you that are loving you and supporting you, you should just focus more on them so you don't have to feel this pain of this separation that you're going through. Okay, your last card is choose love. When you choose love, negative feelings have no place in your heart. There is always a choice. Telling and retelling a negative situation will not heal it. Surround the situation in love. Choose to see your responsibility and focus on love. So I told you guys that earlier. Don't keep the story. Don't keep reliving how it hurt you. Stop standing your hair, reliving the actions and the words the person said and what you said and what they did to even start the argument, or like, don't do that. And the accountability that we were talking about with the shadow work, as it says here, choose to see your responsibility. So like, just choose to see where maybe you could have said something or reacted differently, or whatever, but you got to start reliving it, because it's only like compounding your frustration, and it's not giving you a chance to heal. All right, Scorpio, so those were your messages. I love you guys, and thanks for everyone who tuned in. Thank you, Sam, for being such a great moderator. I love you. All right, guys, thanks. I'll see you in the next video. Peace. Love you.